Madam Mayor, do we want to get started?
Absolutely.
Let me say, this is an unusual mayor-council breakfast, as in we ordinarily meet the fourth Tuesday of the month. But you and I have talked, you're required to present the budget to the council or submit the budget today, and you wanted to brief us as you customarily do. So instead of our having our legislative breakfast this morning, we're having this mayor-council breakfast. This is really your show. It's you're presenting to us the budget. We do have our council meeting is scheduled for 10, but we changed it to 10:30. So I'm hopeful that we will adhere to that. And with that, let me just say thank you, Madam Mayor, and please present as you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank all the members of the council, your staffs and our staffs, and the staff of the Chief Financial Officer for working through this budget season. Mr. Chairman, I know that we share in our administration certainly the sorrow that the council must feel in the passing of the former Ward 6 council member, and I would like for us all to recognize Sharon Ambrose and her great service to the residents of the District of Columbia with a moment of silence. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, council members. And as you know, and I know you have a hard stop, and we want to be respectful of the council's time, so we have prepared a quick deck of slides that point to how we propose the FY18 budget. I will be pleased to make a presentation to the council in session this Thursday at 10 a.m. And take your questions formally there. But today I have asked the city administrator and our budget team to present the broad strokes of our budget and be ready to answer your questions. Let me just first say that we should all be very proud of where the city has come from, how we have grown, and the willingness of DC residents and policymakers to invest in our values. And this budget reflects that. Our priorities on education, our priorities on making investments in people, in job training and their preparation to be able to participate in the prosperity that's growing in Washington, as well as looking to how we make more investments in affordable housing and investments in having our city and its infrastructure ready for the future. So this represents another balanced budget for Washington, D.C., and I think a budget we can be proud of. So with that, I want to turn to the city administrator to go through the details.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the council staff. I just want to add my thanks to our staff and the staff of the Chief Financial Officer for working with us as they always do through this process. We couldn't have a better relationship with them, and we're pleased to be able to present this overview of the fiscal 2018 budget to you. I want to start with just our approach to this budget process. As we have done in past years, we began with engaging with the public and talking to the public about their priorities. What do they want to see funded in the budget? What is important to them? What are their values? Our philosophy as we've approached this budget development process is really making smart investments that will make the district more affordable, investing in our public safety, both our law enforcement and non-law enforcement and prevention strategies, including attracting and retaining police officers. And certainly we are pleased to enact the rest of the middle class tax reductions, the majority of which in this process benefit residents in the District of Columbia. Our budget process starts with our agencies submitting their budget requests. We have our budget engagement forums, which I'll talk a little bit more as to the results of those in a second. The mayor and the ledge staff and the budget staff meet with council members to understand their priorities, and then the mayor and her budget team makes decisions, and that results in today where we are proposing our 2018 budget to you. We had 3 budget engagement forums in February on the 23rd, 25th, and 27th. And we asked residents and participants to talk about how they would spend $100 and how they would allocate $100 across various priorities of the district. And then this year, participants allocated more resources, and so we can infer that their top priorities are education, health and human services, and housing. And that was instructive to us as we went back and formulated the spending plan that we're presenting to you. Total budget sources for 2018 are $13.8 billion. This is the gross funds budget number, of which $7.6 billion are local funds, and that's about 55% of the total. Federal grants and Medicaid, you can see there is $3.3 billion, or 24% of the budget, and you can see the other allocations so listed. In terms of the uses of the spending plan, again, it's $13.8 billion because we have balanced budgets and are required to do so. But in the gross funds allocation, the greatest expenditure is for human support services at $4.7 billion, or 34% of the budget, $2.5 billion for education at 18%. And then you can see the other categories so listed. Where we tend to spend most of our conversation is on the local funds budget. And in the local funds budget for 2018, that expenditure total is $7.6 billion. The allocations you see listed here follow what has similarly been the proportion of allocation for various categories. So public education is our greatest expenditure allocation at 28%, or just over $2 billion. Human support services at 1.8, public safety at just over $1 billion, and you can see the other categories so listed. This chart just shows what the budget growth has looked like over time. We go back to 2012. These are actual figures, and so from 2012 to 2016, you can see the actual growth or change in budget year over year. And so for the proposed budget in 2018, that represents 1.3% growth over the 2017 revised budget. I would point out that if, were it not for the tax triggers, that growth would have been 2.6%. So that is to say, if the $100 million that we are allocating towards funding tax triggers in 2018 were available for allocation in the general fund budget, the change between the proposed 2018 budget and the revised 17 budget would be 2.6% rather than the 1.3% growth that we show here. To highlight what we have focused on, and so our theme for this budget is inclusive prosperity. And so we are making investments and constructing a spending plan that holds to DC values, that respects the priorities of our community, our residents, and certainly to the council members and what's reflected in the mayor's priorities. And so this is just a highlight of some of the things that are included. We have again funded the Housing Production Trust Fund at $100 million. We are creating a housing preservation fund consistent with the recommendations in the Housing Strike Force Task Force report at $10 million. We believe that will leverage an additional $30 million for housing preservation. $105 million for schools, an additional $5.7 million for the University of the District of Columbia, nearly $1 million to pilot a local business utilization program, $500,000 for microloan fund for small businesses. We're excited to be launching a returning citizens portal at the Department of Corrections for $2.3 million. We have a number of initiatives related to police recruiting, retention, and civilianization. An early child care services initiative at $15 million. I'll talk a little bit more about what that is shortly. In EMS reform, we're going to launch the nurse triage program. We're continuing third-party ambulances and have additional resources to hire 48 firefighters and EMTs. We've maintained our commitment to Homeward DC with a $15.2 million investment in our strategic plan. The TANF working group recommendations are reflected in this budget at $8.1 million for fiscal year 18. That number is $16 million for fiscal year 19. And then additional resources, local resources for our continuum of care contract at $36 million. So let's just talk about some more of the highlights in the operating budget. With respect to economic development, we've invested an additional $2.5 million to DCRA. This will allow for the hiring of additional housing inspectors, increase our abatement of vacant and blighted properties and the processing time for that abatement, and improve internal business processes both in housing inspection and in permitting. Talked about the $100 million for the Housing Production Trust Fund and the $10 million for the Preservation Fund. We also are adding $1 million to the EHAP program for first responders, particularly for teachers, firefighters, and police. In the jobs category of economic development, we have $2 million to fund limited express service on 14th Street and the expansion of the W4 corridor bus services in Ward 7 and 8. We are funding the WMATA operating subsidy in full at $430 million. $900,000 to fund the second phase of a new CBE system that will simplify certification and manage the CBE process. $5 million for arts grants and programs, and $36.7 million for various employment initiatives, including just over $20 million for SYEP, and then high barrier employment programs, including our LEAP program, Career Connections, and Project Empowerment. In education, we have $105 million of additional resources to support our traditional and charter public schools for enrollment, and an increase in the uniform per student funding formula. That increase is 1.5%. $15.3 million for new child care initiatives, which includes establishing a My Child Care DC portal. The idea here is that we would incent the creation of additional child care slots in existing child development centers, or incent the creation of new child care development centers across the district, inclusive of incenting those centers to be located in government buildings. And so we're working to identify 3 to 4 government buildings that we would use a portion of these funds to incent the creation of additional child care slots. $300,000 for FIT DC, $200,000 to open 1 neighborhood library in each ward on 5 holidays, and then again the $5.7 million increase to the subsidy for UDC. In public safety, $11 million to continue the third-party ambulance initiative, and just under $5 million to hire 48 dual-role firefighter EMTs, $1 million for the nurse triage initiative, $1.4 million to continue the LEAP participants full-time. In OUC, they are staffing our 311 center and have been key to the reforms that we've been able to achieve in 311. $5 million to hire 78 correctional officers. This will help us lower the nearly $11 million in recurring overtime that's being spent in the Department of Corrections, and then $2.3 million to launch a returning citizens portal of entry. The portal of entry will consolidate a number of services for individuals prior to their release from the correctional facility, and coordinate services like housing, the provision of a driver's license, workforce development activities, and any social service or safety net benefits that are required. This is modeled after successful programs that exist in other parts of the country. We have $11.7 million for the recruitment, retention, and civilianization of officers at MPD. Some $5.5 million of that is for civilianization. $1.8 million increases the police cadet program from 35 slots to 70, and then $3.7 million for student loan forgiveness and housing programs. $530,000 to establish the Office of Community Engagement and Neighborhood Safety. This will include 5 additional FTEs for our community stabilization efforts. It will merge the Safer Stronger office that is in the Deputy Mayor of Health and Human Services to this new office, and have additional capacity for our violence prevention activities. $556,000 for community-based victim services, and then $970,000 for a mental health diversion program, which will be a partnership between MPD and the Department of Behavioral Health. In Health and Human Services, I mentioned the $15.2 million that moves the next phase of Homeward DC forward. This is for permanent supportive housing, targeted affordable housing, and also youth permanent supportive housing and crisis beds for that population. $8.1 million and then 16.2 in fiscal 19 and the rest of the financial plan for TANF reforms. This follows the framework of the recommendations of the work group that spent time talking about what the hardship policy for TANF recipients should be. An additional $36 million for continuum of care. The total continuum of care contract is similar to what it's been in prior years, but this is an addition of local funds to that contract. $3.3 million, which is an expansion for ACE and PASS, the Alternatives to Court Experience and Parent Adolescent Support Services program. This will allow us to serve an additional 150 to 200 young people in that program. $1 million for the Joyful Food Markets Initiative, and we've made investments in our age-friendly strategies by adding $3 million to continue preventative adaptations for our Safe at Home program, and then $5.2 million for various senior services to include Transport DC, expansion of senior rides, the Senior Fit and Well program, and additional resources that support our senior villages. In government operations, we have $4.5 million for increased street safety and to move our Vision Zero strategies forward through hiring 45 TCOs and 26 additional school crossing guards. And there's $1.5 million to the Office of the Chief Technology Officer to work on hardening our critical systems, evaluating and hardening our critical IT systems, $950,000 to support an education campaign for statehood, additional resources for the Attorney General to enhance his litigation capacity, a funding shift to the SPR fund from local funds in the Office of Contracting and Procurement, and right-sizing the SNOW budget to $8.6 million from $4.9. I want to shift to capital and talk about how the capital budget is structured. The 6-year plan is about $6.6 billion in capital. In 2018, that budget is $1.2 billion, the majority of which is funded from debt, as you can see from general obligations and income tax supported bonds. And you can see the other categories so listed for sources. For uses of capital budget, our largest spend continues to be for transportation, then followed by education. Transportation at 37%, or $440 million roughly. In education, $237 million in the capital budget. WMATA represents 11% in 2018 of that spend. Highlighting education and recreation, we've spent to date over $3.3 billion in school modernizations through 2017. With this new 6-year plan, 100 school modernization projects will be completed out of 111 DCPS schools at a cost of $1.3 billion. This CIP completes all of our middle schools and comprehensive and selective high schools. This capital budget also includes $180 million to complete the renovation of the MLK Library, $59 million for neighborhood libraries, and $276 million for parks and recreation centers. In economic development in the capital budget, there's $145 million for Walter Reed, McMillan, St. Elizabeth, and Hill East redevelopment, $85 million for new communities, $623 that funds the capital subsidy for WMATA, nearly $280 million for streetcars and circulators, $66 million for tree planting and green space management, and $21.7 million for the DC Infrastructure Academy. Part of that $21 million is leveraged by $5 million that we have for this purpose from the Pepco Exelon merger settlement discussions. This academy will offer pipeline opportunities for individuals to work in the infrastructure field with companies like Pepco and Washington Gas and DC Water and WMATA, and also in district government. In the capital budget for public safety, we have $20 million in improvements for our 911 and 311 call centers, resources for communications upgrade for our public safety agencies of MPD and FEMS, $130 million for FEMS fleet acquisition, and $20 million for a new harbor patrol facility. In the infrastructure category in this budget, there's $415 million for local road and bridge improvements, streetscapes and alley maintenance, and sidewalk and curb upgrades. This represents on just the local road and bridge and alley and sidewalk an additional $25 million over the 6 years of the CIP for those infrastructure projects over what was in the last 6-year program. $516 million for Frederick Douglass Bridge, $163 million for a new public works facility, $68.5 million for the Kenilworth landfill and Anacostia River cleanup, $180 million for United Medical Center, and right-sizing the budget for short-term family housing at $130 million. So there's a lot into this budget. It's a spending plan of $13 billion, over $7.6 billion in local funds. There's certainly a lot of needs and priorities in the district, but we have worked hard to make this a budget that is reflective of the values of the district, the priorities of the community, and worked as best we could for this budget to reflect the priorities also of the council. So we look forward to working with you on this budget, to talking with you more about the budget, and for your oversight of our agencies as to the specifics that are contained therein. So with that, I will pause and we can entertain any questions.
Other questions from members about this? So a lot in
It's a lot.
15 minutes.
Yes.
So we, the mayor, Madam Mayor, you will present formally on Thursday.
I will.
And our past practice has been, I believe, one 10-minute round from members on Thursday. I'm assuming there are no questions from members because we're just getting this. And when will we be getting the books? Or do we get the books from you, or do
So
we
I'm
get
not
them
in charge of the books, but my understanding is the budget will be posted at 10 a.m. by the CFO, and he will usually deliver the books to members' offices this morning. I suspect that is the case.
I note that he's not here. He's usually at every
He's probably
breakfast.
carrying the books
Or they haven't come back from the printer and he doesn't want to show his
to pick
head.
them up, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm told the books will be delivered to our budget office, which will then distribute them, 5 or 6 volumes. Did you have anything? I'm not sure I have any questions. As you know, I was briefed on this, so there are not any surprises in this for me.
That's it for
Was
us.
there anything
There are
else?
no questions. No, and we'll be taking media questions at G9.
I want to thank you, Madam Mayor, and your entire team
Thank you.
for the work that you've done. I think it looks easier than it's been, I'm sure. And in fact, Rashad was looking a little sleepy over the weekend. But there's a lot of work into it, and thank you for passing it off to us. And now we get to lose sleep over the next couple of months. We are scheduled to vote on this, I believe, first reading is May 30th. So the council hearings start, I believe, Friday, and other than, of course, your presentation on Thursday, and we will conclude our work May 30th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, council members.